And we are back. Welcome to my predictions for the FA Cup semi-finals. Now, after the week we have already had so far, you just don't really know what's going to happen at this point. Manchester City's double treble is now gone after the penalty shootout defeat last night to Real Madrid. And to be honest with you, I think that kind of throws their game at the weekend a little bit up in the air. And like I said, you've got to look at what happened in the Premier League last weekend with Arsenal and Liverpool both losing. And you look at these FA Cup semi-finals we've got to talk about today. And honestly, right now, I think anything could happen. Obviously, the European coefficient is absolutely muddied as well after what happened last night. So let me know your thoughts on that down in the comment section below and what that could mean for English football long term. But like I say, for today, we are here to talk about two massive FA Cup semi-finals taking place at Wembley this weekend. Before we get into it, as always, if you haven't done so already, please do consider dropping a like on this video if you do enjoy my prediction series, and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, because of course we will have the return of the Premier League prediction series available for you tomorrow morning. And if you're here for my Europa League or Europa Conference League predictions for all of tonight's games, make sure to check out that video available in the top left-hand corner of your screen right now. On my left, your right. But without any further ado, let's get into it. The FA Cup semi-finals are here. And we start off with Saturday's game. Why wouldn't we start off with Saturday's game? It is Manchester City taking on Chelsea. Now, obviously, like we just said, Manchester City will be looking to bounce back from last night's disappointment of, I'll be honest, what was not their best performance. There was a lot of overplaying from Manchester City, something you wouldn't normally associate with them. They're normally pretty ruthless in the attacking areas of the pitch. Yes, they did miss some key chances, but normally you would expect Manchester City to be a bit more direct. It was a bit more Arsene Wenger Arsenal than Pep Guardiola Man City last night, with the amount of passes around the area without anything really going into the area. So they're going to be short on confidence. Obviously, they did win the FA Cup last year on their way to their first treble. Now, obviously, like I said, there is going to be no double treble. But also going into this game, you've got to look at the two games that Manchester City have already played against Chelsea this season, the 4-4 and the 1-1, and say Chelsea are going to be well up for this. They're going to be full of confidence. Let's not forget, of course, that Chelsea have also just won 6-0 on Monday night. So they're going to be well up for it. Cole Palmer, obviously with a massive point to prove. Back-to-back home league hat-tricks for him. And now going up against his former club once again. The current joint top scorer in the Premier League alongside Erling Haaland. And he'll be looking to prove again to Pep Guardiola why it was a mistake to let him go and how valuable he could have been to them. So I look at this and I really think it's a lot closer than people think. The only thing I have to say is that obviously on paper, Manchester City are the stronger side. And I think whatever team City put out, those two starting 11s are still going to be in favour of Manchester City. And obviously they've got that previous pedigree when it comes to winning these sort of competitions. Whereas in recent times, this Chelsea side, despite making it to a fair few semi-finals and indeed finals, they've seemed to have always come up short in the last couple of years. So I just think, given the calibre of opposition, it's just going to be in Manchester City's favour. I'm going to go for 3-2. I think it's going to be a very interesting one. I expect to see a lot of goals at both ends. I really do. Obviously, we had that 4-4 like I spoke about earlier on in the season. But for me, I still have to go for Manchester City. Obviously, as a Manchester United fan, I think I'd rather see Chelsea win this rather than City. Firstly, because I don't want City winning any more trophies. And secondly, if Manchester United make the final, I would selfishly rather play Chelsea than Manchester City for the aforementioned reasons as to why I think Manchester City are the stronger side. That then brings us to the second semi-final, which of course does feature Manchester United, my club, the side that I will be hoping and praying do end up winning this competition, and they take on Coventry City. And why does football bring up such situations like this? Mark Robins, the Coventry City manager, the man who saved Sir Alex Ferguson's job way back when by scoring a goal in the FA Cup, with Manchester United going on to win the FA Cup that season, saving Sir Alex Ferguson's job all those years ago, leading to the Ferguson dynasty. How roles have reversed in these current times, and Mark Robins could now sack Erik ten Hag as he looks to start building his own sort of legacy at Manchester United. And what legacy would it be if he were to be sacked at the end of this fixture? Honestly, I look at this game right now as a Manchester United fan, and I can't sit here and say we're going to win this game. And what I mean is, in terms of confidence, I would still expect Manchester United to win this game. I think most football fans would expect Manchester United to win this game. And with the greatest of respect to Coventry, they are a championship side, and it's the FA Cup semi-final. If a Premier League side is not beating a championship side in the FA Cup semi-final, something's gone wrong somewhere. But Manchester United have conceded 20 or more shots in their last 10 games. They have won only one of their last 8 Premier League games. They are throwing away leads. And look, Coventry may not have had the best couple of games recently, but they're still in the hunt for a playoff spot in the Championship. They're still playing well. They absolutely destroyed Wolves in the last round. They were fantastic. Going away to Wolves is no easy task for any Premier League side. So for Coventry to not only go to Wolves and be the better side, but to go to Wolves and get the win, especially in the circumstances that they got it, is an incredible achievement for them. And they are going to be going into this game with near enough no fear of losing this game because they feel like they can take on anyone. And they'll be looking at Manchester United's record and saying that, quite frankly, right now, with the amount of chances that we create and the amount of chances that Manchester United concede, we can go out and beat Manchester United in this game. But there is one other thing that is just slightly holding me back in terms of saying that Coventry are actually going to get something from this game. And that is the other club that I do have some level of support for. And apologies, Coventry fans, for bringing this one up. But that would be this club right here, Luton Town, that at Wembley last season defeated Coventry City in that playoff final. So the Coventry players are going to have that in their minds. And there is no way that is not going to be in some of those Coventry players' minds that were at Wembley last year that suffered that defeat. Some of them are going to be thinking this is an opportunity to turn that defeat around. Some of them are going to be thinking, oh no, not again. All of that said, I still think, like I said, maybe with a slight bias cap on as well, Manchester United should win this game. There should be no excuses from Manchester United if they don't win this game. And as I've spoken about it in enough videos already over the last few weeks, if Erik ten Hag can't get this win in this game, he will lose his job on Monday morning. I have no doubt about that. He should not be in charge of Manchester United for the remainder of the season, let alone beyond it, if they don't beat Coventry this weekend. I'm going to go for 2-1 to Manchester United because of the quality of the players Manchester United have. That group of players should beat Coventry, with respect to Coventry. I have to believe they're going to do it. I'm a Manchester United fan. I have to sit here and say they're going to do it. But, like I said, it would not surprise me one little bit if Coventry City win this game. And best believe the reaction video on Sunday, if Coventry do get the win in this game, is going to be thunderous. So, as I said at the start of the video, make sure you're subscribed just in case there is an absolute meltdown from me on Sunday if Coventry get the win. But I have to go for Manchester United. I'm going for back-to-back Manchester Derby FA Cup finals. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. It's going to be a fascinating couple of games, and I think there's going to be a lot of twists and turns in both. I will see you tomorrow morning for my Premier League predictions once again. Thank you very much for watching once again. I'll see you there.